Hello everyone, welcome back here to Canning Farms, and in today's video we're back at the cattle work. So we have to test the cattle, so all the 150 cattle are thereabouts has to get tested. When that's finished, then we have the calves out of pink eye, so they have to be brought in and dosed. One or two of them got it, and now it's spread throughout the group, so we'll bring them in. Then I have to separate some of the heifers out after the reading of the test if all goes well. There's about 10 or 15 that are going for sale, another 10 or 15 that have to be scanned again for the last scan, so whether they're in or not, and that'll judge what happened to them. And then as well, I have to split the calves into two groups as well, because some of them are just a good bit behind target, so I split them off and give them more meal. So what we do now is we go out, bring everything in, and Vanessa, I think, is coming from the Ballyvarry Veterinary Clinic there, so she's going to test the cattle, and then in a few days time there Paul Darcy from Ballyvarry Veterinary Clinic is going to come out, and he's going to scan the last of the heifers for me there. So hopefully all goes well and we get into it. So this little heifer here, she's starting to get pink eye, so you can see that she's basically, there's a lot of discharge from her eye, and then if you look closely at her eyeball you can just see that white in there. So it goes like this grey colour first, and then that white little bit comes in. So whenever they have a little bit of white like that, usually I'm just giving them a squirt of Alamycin if they're starting to get it, just out of the spray bottle. Just giving them, spray this in the corner of the eye just to get the bacteria. But I'm going to use it's OptiClocks. It's like a penicillin ointment, same as dry cow tubes. I'm basically going to put that under the eyelid there of anything that has any of the white in their eyes. So basically what you do is just pull back the bottom eyelid a little bit, and then what you do is just squirt a little bit in there and just get it under the eyelid, just a small bit, and then do the same on the other eye. That's just in under the eyelid, and that cream there, as she blinks now, that will put it all over her eye, and that'll get rid of that infection. So this is the heifer that has it the worst in the bunch. So you can see this eye white in there, and this side here then, not only is it white, but it has one of them sort of like little pink bubbles, so that's why it's called pink eye. So this one, not only will I give her the cream, but I'll also give her a shot of penicillin as well, just to help that heal up. So it's a few days later, and I've all the cattle in the shed today now. So we have all the young stock here, and then we have all the older heifers that were for bulling this year. And the reason they're all in is because today what we're doing is we're doing a cattle test. So we're doing TB, tuberculosis test. So basically what the vet is going to do today is she's going to put 2 injections into their neck, and then if they have TB, one is control and one is reactor. So if they react, then they'll go down with TB. So fingers crossed nothing like that happens. So we're just waiting on the vet to come, so when she comes we get started.
Well, I left Chattanooga, boy, had $1 and a dime. Headed out for Nashville on the Hard Rock Line. I'm working on that old steamboat and learned to rob and steal. When my feet had touched dry land, how happy I did feel. Been been saving every penny for to make up through the fall. Working for that dollar, but it never adds up at all. But coming around the riverbank where the old train whistle sang, the very next thing you hear from me, I've been tied to a ball and chain. Well, come this time tomorrow, reckon I don't know where I'll be. But if it wasn't for that old sheriff, I'd be back in Tennessee, playing cards and crap games, not looking for the score. And if I ever get back home again, I'll never roam no more. Gather round, you good time boys, listen to my song. May not know better, but I know you know right from wrong. Buy yourself a postcard so you can see the lights of town. Find yourself a country girl, keep quiet and settle down.
Days later, and thank God we had a clear test. So Vanessa there is just after leaving, so she came and read all the cattle. So what I did then as well, while the older heifers were in, was I split these two pens here. They're going for sale, and then I have me bull in here and me Dexter cow and calf are in here. So there's Bully Boy, and then there's the Dexter calf at the back. She's doing well actually. I have to take the horns off her. This pen and that pen are going for sale. And then these heifers here have to be scanned again, so these are the last few to be scanned. There's 14 here, so these were just under the age of saying if they're pregnant or not the last time, so hopefully they're all pregnant, and that'll be the end of the scanning. And I have to say as well, Vanessa done a great job testing, because she took like say on the younger calves especially, where they were getting their vaccines and stuff, there was a few lumps and things like that, and she took note of them when she was doing them, whatever, because otherwise we'd be in trouble, because there's one or two had lumps, but then she was able to go back over her notes and see that actually that was there before, that was an old injection site or something like that. So what we do now is they're all separated, so what I have to do now is, you probably hear them in the background, is the calves have to come in, and I'm splitting them into two groups. One has to go on to 3 kilos a day and the other staying on 2, so they're into two groups of about 33 and 35, and we put them onto better grass and we keep them pushed now until the end of the year. But hopefully now that's a relief, because that's the one day now you'd be kind of cacking the pants. This is the day of the test, especially this year. I've seen a lot of activity of badgers about and stuff, and I was worried, like, because badgers are carriers of TB, but thank God all went well. So next job is separate these calves, and then this evening Paul the vet is coming to scan the last few heifers, so I might just take a video of him scanning 1 or 2 of the heifers and ask him what he's looking for and different things like that. So we'll do that now and get into it. So while we're here as well, just 2 things. I bought these bib and brace. They're Kaiwaka. They're New Zealand, but they're just a bib and brace. So I just bought them off Country Farm Supplies because I was sick of getting dirty and covered in crap and having to wash my clothes every single day. And the other thing, they're expensive, very expensive, but the material in them and everything is very good. And I bought cheap ones out of Lidl last year, and they just kept ripping and tearing, so at least these ones should stand the test of time, a couple of years anyway. And then the other thing, while we're here, I opened up the first 2 bales of this year's silage. So nice and yellow, gold, smells okay. Maybe a touching wet compared to other years, but you can see in there it's all leaf, it's all fermented well and everything. Has a nice sweet smell to it, so it should be alright. I'm going to get the silage tested. I have a few bales left over from last year, but that's crap silage. It's only really maintenance, like it's not going to put any weight on anything. And then this silage and the first cut I'll get tested now in the next couple of weeks. I'll just bring a sample into a Revo. But yeah, now we get stuck into the calves. Okay, so that's me set up. So I have my list of calves that have to come out for the underperforming group, and I'm going to give them a dose of Albex. I know it's not too long ago since we dosed them, but while they're going through the crush, might as well give them a dose, so they get one shot basically down the hatch. And the reason I'm going for Albex is, like I said in the last couple of videos, they've become immune to the closamectins, normectins, things like that. So using this, I'm going to switch to level fast timing when this is finished. So that's all the calves dosed, and I gave them a few minerals as well. So I'm just going to let out the bigger group there already, and these are the group here that are going to go on to worked up to about 3 kilos of meal a day, because they're just a good bit behind target. So we'll just let them out now, and then Paul should be here now in a few minutes, and we'll get to see what heifers are in calf. So we'll get these out now. The clover in the last video, so as you can see, it's come on a good bit. We'll see if any of the clover has come up now. Come up. So even if some of it just took off, it'll make a big difference. Tomorrow now what I'll do is I'll just run an electric fence along here, but just for this evening I'll let them wander around there and eat away, and I'll paddock it off tomorrow. It's just getting a bit late now. So the other group of the heavier heifers is up behind my house over there in the hill, and that should be them. So these are going to get 3 kilos of meal, the other ones above are going to get 2 kilos of meal. Hopefully bring them in. So yeah, they're looking okay now, so they're doing a lot better. So what are you looking for, Paul, when you put in your hand in there?
I'm just checking out the uterus just to see if there's a pregnancy, really, and then at this stage, and then we just determine how far in calf she is. This is 11 weeks now in calf. Okay.
Okay, scanning is done, and we scanned 16 heifers. The 16 last, and there's 2 not in calf. 1 definitely not in calf. 1 has been served, but it's too early. So out of what do we have, 72, 73 heifers, there's only 2 not in calf, really, you could say, and 1 of them might be. So it's all right going now. The bull picked up a lot of them, but a lot of people out there are having awful trouble with fertility, so I'm happy enough with that. Passed on the results there to the owner, so hopefully they're all right with it too. I will put up a link as well when these heifers go for sale, if anyone's interested. There's 2 batches there, so whenever they're ready for sale, I'll put them up a link or share the link. It'll be going up in Dundee in the next while. And yeah, so just been a bit of a higgledy-piggledy sort of video, but main thing is pass the test, and nearly all the heifers are in calf, so happy enough now with the way that turned out. So we'll leave it at that for today. Hope you enjoyed it, and sure luck, we'll see you in the next one.